What's good, everybody? This is the one and only GM, and today we're gonna talk about season two. We're gonna talk about what I think about season two after playing it for a while. There's been a lot of drama with season two, especially with the big boycott of Tekken. People been boycotting Tekken, and everybody's been going back to older Tekkens like Tekken 6, Tekken 7, even Tekken DR. I've seen some streamers play, and people are boycotting the game. They have a big boycott website that has like 7,000 people that wrote on it, which is kind of crazy. Namco hasn't really wrote a statement. Apparently, emergency patch is coming soon. And yeah, I just want to talk to you guys about what I think about the whole season two. And I wanted to compare it to the older Tekken games. So my opinion about season two is this. After playing it for some time, the game is not Tekken anymore, guys. It's not. It's really not Tekken. And the reason why I say it's not Tekken is way too many 50-50s. There's way too many plus frames. And it's on some joint that you just gotta hold everything. Because it's homing plus frames. So you can't sidestep it. You just gotta just sit there and block. Block, 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 block. And it's all just 50-50, 50-50, 50-50. You just gotta hold it the whole game. So basically, is whoever goes ham first is gonna be the person that wins pretty much. Because you can't, no matter how good you are, you're going to get mixed up. Everybody gets mixed up. A 50-50 is a guess. What made Tekken good back then was that there wasn't a lot of heavy plus like that. So you could sidewalk, you could hit people out of 50-50s, you could move. So you don't need to take 50-50s the whole set like that. But now you're forced to just guess to the point that you don't even need to know matchups. You need to know no matchups. You could just mix somebody up and put them in a blender and just go crazy on them without even knowing how to deal with the character you're fighting against. It's kind of sad the way they made it. If you go back to old Tekken games, like, Tekken Tag 1, Tekken 4, Tekken 5, they started to make Tekken more scrubbier and more scrubbier the more the games came out. Like in Tekken Tag 1, there was no crush system. A crush system is basically, you know how in Tekken now, there's high crushes, like moves that go on the highs, and there's low crushes, moves that go on the lows. In the older Tekken games, there was none of that. There was no moves that go on the highs, and there was no moves that go on the lows. So basically, you just had to block everything. You were forced to block everything. If there was a high coming, you had to block it. Or if you had a parry, you could parry it. But, they had low parries, but the low parries weren't full combos. They were just like a little guaranteed damage or whatever. Isn't Tekken 5 when you started getting full low parry combos. Tekken Tag 1 had combos, but they were like 3 hits. Same with Tekken 4. Tekken 4 didn't have any. The only crazy combos Tekken 4 had was like the infinite stuff. It was mostly just a few hits and a ground spike. But when it came to infinites, of course, they had infinites like the arena stage and whatnot. But as Tekken kept going on, it got more scrubby and more scrubbier. The crush system was the first step in making the game scrubby. A lot of players from Tekken 4 didn't like Tekken 5 because of the crush system. And they thought it was scrubby because they thought, in the older Tekken games, you just had to block. You couldn't just crush. But that's why characters like Steve Fox were top tier Tekken 4, because you couldn't high crush his jabs. He could just do 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1, and they all jailed, and you had to hold it. So, the way Tekken was going, it was getting scrubbier and scrubbier. Then, in Tekken 6, they added Rage, which added a crazy comeback mechanic. When somebody's getting beat up and they got rage, they could make a full-fledged comeback just because they had rage. So, you see, Tekken was going on that downward spiral, becoming more scrubby and more scrubby the more the games came out. And then, of course, Tag 2 came out, and you could just tag crash out of Oki setups, And then they made getting up easier in Tekken games, too. In older Tekken games, if you get up wrong and back roll, you ate a full combo. If you did a get up kick and somebody blocked that, you was getting launched. If you tech roll wrong, you ate a tech trap. And they started taking out all that stuff. They took out back roll traps. They took out tech traps. They took out a lot of stuff in Tekken to make it way easier to get up. Now in Tekken 8, you could just hold back and get up. Getting up was so easy. So hard to do. Now it's really easy. But they did it because a lot of people complain about getting up in Tekken. So, Tekken has just been becoming easier and easier. Throw breaks, too. Throw breaks in Tekken 8 now, you can mash buttons. They're way easier. Back then, you had to break them. Left hand, 1. Right hand, 2. And there was no mashing. You had to actually look at throws, the hands of the throws, to break them. That's what it was in the older Tekken games. Season 2, man, that joint is not Tekken no more, man. I've never played a Tekken game, that somebody could just put you in a 50-50 and go crazy and beat you without having no fundamentals, no movement, no spacing, no nothing. They just go ham. I don't know who at Namco thought that would be a good idea or thought that would be fun to just eat mix-ups all day and there's nothing you could do about it and just eat a combo and then die off of one combo. Like, I don't know who balanced this game. There's no balance in that. Another thing, too, is I don't know why they would literally just fix everybody's weaknesses and think that's going to balance the game. You think giving Kazuya a homing move that's plus is going to fix anything? No, that's going to make him just unbearable to fight against. Because Kazuya's weakness was always you could sidestep left his mix-ups. Now you can't. He could just homing move you. So he has no weaknesses no more. June. Oh, June has trouble opening people up. So we're going to give her more plus frames. We're going to give her ability to go into stance after her running move. They just fixed everybody's problems. And not only that, it added more glitches to characters. Jack, 2-1 up 4-1 plus 2. I don't know how they didn't test that move. You literally could just do that move and see that it's broken. So I don't know if they just, used it against bots, goats fighting each other. But come on, like this stuff is just like the Paul forward 1 plus 2 into Wasain 3-2 or forward 1 plus 2 into Wasain 4 on block. Like stuff like that. They need. If I was Namco, I would just hire pro players to play test their games. Because that's kind of crazy that all this stuff went by and they wasn't able. But it's one of those things. Tekken 8 didn't have an arcade release. So arcade releases are usually the beta. But since this game just straight up came out on console, they had no way to do a beta test or lab the game. So the game just ended up being mad broken. But the thing is, I could see why the public is boycotting the game or against the game. They did lie to us. They said that the new season 2 was going to be a defensive patch. And honestly, season 2 has way less defensive options than season 1. Season 1 was more defensive, and season 1 wasn't really that defensive like that. But season 2 is even worse. They buffed up the offense in season 2 by 100. The game is 100% casino now. So that's why the public is mad, because Namco lied to everybody and said it was going to be a defensive patch. And it's literally just a meets out offensive, whoever attacks first wins patch. And that's why everybody's upset at Namco. And it's sad because it's killing the game. I think the game might be too late to save the game, honestly, with everybody moving on and, sign that petition and everybody just done so. Because honestly, the emergency patch that's coming out, they just gonna fix the paw and the jack thing and that's it, and they're gonna leave everything alone. Because that's how Namco do it. They don't go in like that. They really don't. They'll do like a small little patch and they'll make you wait for a year, and then you gotta play this ham-ass version of the game for a year. I do feel bad for pro players, because obviously this is not the Tekken I learned how to play. What made Tekken great? Footsies, spacing, punishing, movement. You know what I'm saying? Knowing when to step a character. Not this, I'm going to just eat a 50-50 all day and I can't do anything. That's not even a fighting game. That's Dragon Ball Z. That's Fist of the North Star, bro. Hokuto no Ken. That's not Tekken. I don't know what this game is. I don't know why they did it, but everything that made Tekken hard, they made it easy. Like DSS with Law is mad easy now. Nina could do sidestep 1 into running 1 plus 2. King, they made his multiple throws easier. They just simplified everything, yo. Everything. To the point that there's nothing hard to do in Tekken. They want everybody to be able to do everything. It's a fighting game. There's supposed to be stuff that's hard to do. That's what makes it fun. Making it too accessible to everybody. Look what happened. They made it too accessible to everybody and think just adding a bunch of 100 plus frames and 50-50s all day was going to make it fun for casuals. Even casuals are signing the petition. Even casuals hate season 2. There's not one person, casual or non-casual, that likes season 2. And if you do like season 2, it's literally because your character's broken and you're having fun clapping people with your broken bullshit. But there's literally nobody like season 2. So that's how you know it's an L for Namco. If casuals and pros don't like it. Because they made season 2 for casuals. But even the casuals don't like it. And it's obvious, a casual's not gonna like eating 100+ frames and then dying off of one combo and not being able to do nothing. It's too much for a casual player. To just block, 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 kill. It'll be a little bit better for a casual player if you reduce all the plus frames and make it so that they could move or something, so they could properly learn how to play the game instead of turning this into some unga boonga type crazy stuff. But yeah, this game, man, I feel bad for everybody that's competing. As you can see, the game is like dying. When you go into rank, you barely can find anybody. Nobody's really playing the game. A lot of people are mad salty. Yeah, it's a rough game, man. The only people that are playing it are like the real hardcore dudes, or the dudes that got the streamers. But even streamers, every streamer that I've seen quit the game. They not even playing the game no more, because it's just 50. It's just too much eating 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50 plus frame, plus frame, plus frame, 1,000 hit damage wall combo. I don't think homie moves in general should not be plus. If you want to be real with you, I think homie moves should be taken off the game. Take out homie moves and make it so people have to actually think, okay, my move track's left, they sidestep left, do that. That's how old Tekken games were. That's another scrubby mechanic they added in Tekken 6. They added homie moves. In games like Tekken 5 and down, there was no homie moves. So you actually had to know which side your moves tracked. You couldn't just spam homie moves and stop somebody from stepping. So they, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, when I went down the history of Tekken, they kept adding scrubbier and scrubbier and scrubbier things to make the game easier. So it's gotten to the point that the game is just super duper easy now, that anybody could play. Anybody could win. That's what Namco wanted. Namco wanted beginners, amateur players. They wanted them to be able to be pros, and they did it. They did it. But at the end of the day, they ended up ruining the game. So that new patch they come out with to fix the game, there's gonna be a lot of work, man, because I don't know how they're gonna get this community back. I've never seen this amount of backlash towards a company. It's ridiculous. I've never seen that many people mad. It's bad for the game. Do I think the boycott is necessary? No. I don't think they should have a boycott. Let's end Tekken, because boycotting is basically you just want to end the whole franchise. That's what a boycott is. You want nobody playing it. You want to get rid of it. No, we not playing this game. We not playing this game till you fix it. Like, it's OD. Is OD, and I see why they doing it. They're trying to push Namco to really, really fix the game. But I think my thing is, like, voice your opinion and be loud about it, but you don't need to boycott it. You can just voice your opinion, be loud about it. And if you really don't want to play the game, don't play the game. Nobody's forced to play Tekken. I'm not telling you guys to play Season 2. I'm also not telling you guys not to play it. You play that shit if you want to. But, I think the community is a little bit too crazy right now. I heard certain people are attacking people for playing Season 2 also. Man, people could play whatever they want, man. At the end of the game, the day is a video game. And, people just like Tekken, man. Like I give you an example. Like me, Lee Chalan is still a Tekken character. He still plays like a Tekken character. You don't got brainless casinos. I still got a thing. I still got space. I still got to move. Like, I still feel like I'm playing Tekken when I play Lee. And I don't feel like I'm getting worse at Tekken playing Lee, because I'm still doing Tekken stuff. So it's still fun for me to play Lee and stuff like that. But yeah, man, Season 2 is a terrible game, man. It's just 50, 50, 50, 50. No mind games, no nothing. Plus frame, plus frame, plus frame. So you could be the biggest bum and clap people just because you know how to mix up. And everybody got plus. So they have a lot of work to do, man. It is the most broken Tekken game I've ever played, and I think it's the worst. Because even Tekken 4 that had just frame laser scrape and stuff, you can still play Tekken. Space, move, punish. In this game, you can't do anything. Like, whatever you learn in Tekken is not going to work. You're going to get bodied. Like, this is the most unbalanced, broken game I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen a Tekken game this broken. It's literally, Season 2 is literally the worst Tekken game. Is the worst. I don't know how they could have a whole year of watching tournaments and stuff and thinking adding more plus frames and more offense was going to make the game better. They had mad data the whole year to see what was wrong with the game, and people told them, and they just didn't listen to anybody. So, Namco, you could hold that, man. You guys could hold that. I hope y'all learn from this mistake and learn that it's not just about, I feel like the way they did it with the game is what they want. It's not what the community wants. And they thought the casuals wanted what the Namco wanted. Casuals don't want this game like this. Pro players don't want this game like this. Fix the game. This is some ways you can fix the game, Namco. Reduce chip damage or just take it out completely. Reduce all that plus frame nonsense. Do not give homing moves plus frames. We don't need no plus 18, plus 19 force plus frame mix-ups. Lower plus frames in general. Buff movement. Bring back old school ground game Oki. And make it so like you actually have to fight and have fundamentals and stuff like that. Heat smashes need to get nerfed. There's a lot of fixing they need to do in the game. It's a disaster. If I was them, I would revolt the whole season 2. Now I would just scrap it and bring back season 1 and just add all the defensive options to season 1. That's what I would do if I was Namco. They have no choice. They did too many broken changes in season 2. Too much unnecessary stuff. Like Lars is super broken. Off of his down forward 3, he gets guaranteed combo damage, which is like super broken, ridiculous. Kuma could reset his whole combo with his heat smash. There's a lot of that. The Ana debuff Final Fantasy nonsense. There should be no Final Fantasy RPG tactics in Tekken. This is not an RPG, bro. You shouldn't be hitting somebody and it gives them a status effect like Pokemon, and they just eat chip damage all day just because they got status effect. They should not do that. That's actually wild to add something like that. That's like adding weaknesses in Tekken, like elemental. Well, I hit you with this fire attack. He's weak against fire. I hit him with water. He's weak against water. Like, it's not an RPG, man. Tekken don't need none of that nonsense. What we want Tekken is a good fighting game with spacing, fundamentals, and spacing, and make us remind us that Tekken is still a fighting game, because now it's a party game. You play Tekken for fun. You compete at Tekken, you a nut. And you got nothing else better to do. You might as well just watch a movie, read a manga, son, or play another game out there. You know what I'm saying? You might as well play Fatal Fury or Street Fighter, son, at this point. But, I hope, the boycott is not, I don't agree with it, but if it gets the game to become a lot better, then good job. Y'all did a good job. So, but let's wait and see. Let's see if the boycott actually does anything. Let's see if people's voices actually do everything. I made this video as a veteran. I played Tekken for a very long time. I experienced all the different broken games. And I'm telling you, Tekken 4, Tekken 5.0, they were broken as hell, but you can still move. You can still play Tekken. You can still play footsies. You can still space. This game is not Tekken. It's not. Even the most broken Tekken game still had Tekken fundamentals elements to it. This game has nothing that makes Tekken Tekken. It's literally like a Soul Calibur or a Dragon Ball Z Budokai game. It's kind of crazy. I never thought this would happen to Tekken. It's kind of weird. But, that's it for this, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I want to make another talking head. I will make a Lee Chalan Season 2 guide in the next couple of days. I hope you guys are looking forward to that. I have a lot of Lee Chalan tech and strats to share that I think you guys will find interesting. Good luck to Namco. I hope Season 2, I hope they fix Season 2. Because it needs to. It literally killed the game. It killed the scene too. Nobody's playing in rank. Nobody's playing Tekken at all right now. So it might be too late. It actually might be too late. Tekken might be dead. And we're not gonna get Tekken 9. And it might just be dead. But hopefully it's not dead. And hopefully, they'll make a comeback and then everybody will come back and start playing. But I think people are just too mad right now. But Namco could redeem themselves if they listen to people and actually fix the game. But follow me, fightinggm_Tekken is the Twitch, and check out my Match Masters sponsor. We do the mobile boys all day because that's how we get it in. Be sure to comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace out and laters.